I wanted to do this before the headache crawls a little further from the back of my head up to the front, so I figure I've got about 20 minutes. So I wanted to talk about microphone placement because a wonderful new subscriber, thank you very much, gave me a lovely compliment and happened to give me the idea for the topic for the new video by mentioning something about my microphone hanging upside down like a bat. We didn't say like a bat, but you know, thought I'd throw that in there because I like bats. So, long story short, not really, long story longer, I'm going to start from the beginning. Back in the day, I ran into, I can't remember if I stumbled onto this page or if I saw it on one of Dan Leonard's videos or something, probably one or the other. You guys recognize the mustache, right? I stumbled onto this where you could submit a sample for him to go over it and give you a little bit of an analysis. I can't even say the word. Give you an analysis of the sound sample that you provided. It's a lovely image, but moving on. Back when I did it, it was free, and I'm sure he regretted it because I'm sure a whole gaggle of people like me were like, please evaluate my sound. I don't know what I'm doing. So he's probably like, oh God, what have I done? So now it looks like it's $25, but that's still decent for somebody else to listen to your audio and give you pointers on what you could do to sound better. So if you just do the little sample like he says, it's got instructions for you, so you just do what he says, send it in. Now you have to include $25. Looks easy enough, looks great. Now, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. I think he says this somewhere in here. Like, if you want just a no-nonsense evaluation, here you go. He said something about, can't remember his exact words, but he said, do you use a noise gate? I'm all kind of panicked for a minute. I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And he replied back, he says, why? So at this point I'm thinking, should I be? I'm pretty sure I should be using a noise gate. I've got rumbling out in the front. You guys know my speed racer story, right? And my breath, I tend to suck in air a little bit in between takes and I don't like it. So, you know, a little cleaner. So I'm starting to question my sanity at this point. Well, yeah, you know, for the breaths and the rumblings and everything. So I guess I don't know if that was fine, but he didn't say anything else about that. But he mentioned a couple of plosives. He pointed me to his video on microphone techniques right here, and it's very informative. It's from a few years ago, but mic technique hasn't really changed since then because microphones haven't really changed since then, so it's perfectly fine. Go back, watch it. It's going to be much more informative than this video is going to be. I will include it in the description below. So I had to go back. I thought I had this down. It's a little awkward. I thought I had decent microphone placement, and I thought I'm taking decent care of my plosives. Microphone's not really aimed at my face. I thought I was doing okay. Nothing like a trained ear to tell you, nah, your stuff's crap. So I went back and reevaluated my microphone placement for my CAD. Now this thing, let me start logically here. This lovely thing in MXL 990 I've always had it like this because I do Let's Plays on this computer and I have to have free reign of my keyboard here. Now, if you're also doing this, it's also going to help you out because you're going to be doing editing and stuff. Your computer and microphone setup's probably going to be closer together than mine is. Mine's across the other end of the room. I record in my booth there and come out here to edit. So I can just move this little guy back when I'm not using it. I'm kind of using it right now though, so let's not. Now, let me point out something about this boom arm real quick while I'm here. See how all of my cords, oh my God, aiming is great. This cord is going up and away and out of my way. It's wonderful. I don't hit it. I don't run into it. So that's one reason why this particular one is hanging upside down. And it's also away from my face so that I don't blow plosives into the capsule. Now I'm going to show you about this boom arm right here. Just a little trick now. Take you back into the wild jungle of my the back of my desk and the cords. This little guy, the top of my desk is glass, so I have to kind of pad it up a little bit with this. This clamp that the arm is attached to, broke on the original. Oh God, I'm gonna die. That clamp broke on my original boom stand. And I thought, oh God, I gotta get a whole new one. No, do not despair. If yours breaks, snaps, just snapped in two. It just right off. I was moving the microphone. It's kind of a funny story. I was moving the microphone and then it snapped. And I was like, the hell, I've got this microphone and arm all dangling in my hand now. Something broke. So I was like, well, crap. All right, so instead of getting a brand new arm, they're not that expensive anyway, but it's a pain in the arse. Then you gotta replace the whole damn thing. No, you do not. You can buy the replacement C-clamps, and they're actually a lot sturdier than the one that it comes with. So if you get one of these, I'd almost recommend planning ahead for the future, or just doing it anyway, and getting yourself a replacement C-clamp, whatever. You can get it. It's just put it in the search in Amazon. What was it? Microphone boom stand desk clamp or something. It'll find it. You'll be fine. And it's a lot better. So anyway, that's the side story on that. Now, join me for the rest of the actual story. I'm going to come in here and show you a little bit about my lovely CAD again. Because microphone placement on the CAD is kind of different. It's a little awkward because it's rectangular shaped anyway. You have these nice you've got a pad and a high pass switch. I've used them occasionally when I'm doing real loud takes. I'll throw the pad on. It's a negative 10 dB, so I'll throw the pad on if I'm screaming into the mic. It'll save you some declipping and generally ruined takes anyway. But if it's upside down, you kind of have to, I don't know, be kind of awkward. So I've never used my CAD upside down. What I had to do was get creative with its placement. Notice that this is not near my mouth. It's more like eye level. And the video that I will link to kind of talks about that. Put the capsule at a more eye level so you're not blowing into it. I aim it down. It kind of has the same effect, I think, as hanging another type upside down and aiming it more towards you rather than, wish I would stop hitting that, rather than talking up into it. So you talk like normal and you have your microphone aimed towards your face. If you're wondering what this is that keeps photobombing us, that is the holder that I use for my iPad, which is charging at the moment. If I could just keep from doing that. So yeah, I keep the capsule up higher, aimed down at my mouth, and I talk like normal and I read my copy down here or in this holder here that keeps making an appearance. And I think since I've changed it, I haven't had to edit out near as many plosives. Plus, if you're kind of conscious about it anyway, you can make sure that you don't just spit all into the microphone anyway. If you're kind of getting into a take and yelling into the microphone, it's nice not to have to think about it. You just hang it up there and forget that it's even there. Now, I happen to use a pop filter also, but it is said that with proper microphone placement and technique that you shouldn't even need the pop filter. I'm not going to go without a pop filter myself. That's just personal reasons, because I know damn good and well that I'm going to pop some peas. This doesn't sound right. I know good and well that I'm not going to control every plosive that comes out of my face. So, I like the added security of having a pop filter. Now, I have used a normal screen pop filter before in the past, and it was okay. It's fine. You're not going to want to go out and spend $50 on a pop filter if you're kind of on a budget. But I was feeling froggy one day and decided to upgrade my pop filter to the lovely Stedman 101 pop screen, the metallic thing. Now, its claim to fame is that when you blow into the pop filter, these little grids right here are formed made in such a way that it redirects the air downwards away from your capsule. So not only do I not speak directly into the capsule, I've got this filter that supposedly redirects any air that I do manage to spit up into it downward away from the front of the microphone. It's really kind of neat, but really it wasn't name brand or anything that got me to want to upgrade my pop filter. I wanted something a little more manageable. This is a little smaller too than the nylon thing that I had in my face before. So I can actually see my script. If I'm using my phone or my iPad, I can kind of look. It's not quite as in my face. You can actually clean it a lot easier because it's metal and it's nice. It's just all around nicer. I like it. Oh, and this is much sturdier than the arm that I had on my old pop filter. That thing would not stay put. I had to twist tie it to my microphone stand. It was ridiculous. So I thought, nah, I'm done with that. And here this is. This is much nicer. So anyway, a combination of not aiming the microphone directly at your face, kind of controlling the air that does come out of your mouth in the first place, and have a nice little pop filter that you don't need, mind you, but it's good to have. All should help you to minimize the editing that you have to do to cut out all your plosives. Funny story about entanglements. Let me just set this down. So, story time. I was living in a small trailer in, we were in Oklahoma at the time, and I was drawing a picture. I used to draw. I used to do creative stuff. I was drawing something on a sketch pad on my lap, and I was just minding my own business, and I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye. And I looked down, and oh my god, this black, fuzzy, horrible spider was crawling up my pants, like trying to get onto my sketch pad. I hate spiders. Really, really hate spiders. So I kind of panic, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I going to do? This fuzzy, horrible, nasty spider is crawling up my pants leg. So I'm like, I stood up and I swiped the thing off with my sketch pad. And how did I kill it? I don't even remember. I think I took a shoe and just smacked the hell out of it until it died, and it was reduced to this pathetic little stain on my floor. Now, that wasn't the end of the story. So I kind of get myself uncreeped out from that because it was crawling on me, and I was very creeped out. So I kind of settled down. I started drawing again because I'm persistent, if nothing else. And by God, I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the hell is it now? So I get up and I look, and oh my God, it was this giant garden spider crawling into my closet. Like, first of all, why am I being invaded by 8-legged critters right now? Oh, it was horrible. So I am in literal panic mode. Oh my God, this monster just ran into my closet. So I'm looking around. I throw everything down. I look around. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get this thing out of my closet? And I look in there. I used to be active. So I had a baseball bat in there. I played softball. And I had my baseball bat. And I kind of carefully grabbed my baseball bat because I could see it kind of crawling on the floor. The problem is I had a bunch of other crap on the floor in this closet. One of the things was, like, I had a Sega Genesis hooked up at the time. You know, video games. I still play video games, but this is how old this was. It was a Sega Genesis, okay? Had it hooked up, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell to kill this thing crawling around in all these wires and stuff that I had on the floor. So I'm like, hell with it, and I just started beating the shit out of it. Just beating the ever-living crap out of the entire corner of the closet. Wires, Sega Genesis, everything went flying. I mean, plastic parts went flying. I don't know what the hell I actually did hit, but the spider got away, unfortunately, because of all the crap that was in the way. All the wires from the Sega Genesis getting in the way. So there's really no point to the story except that you really want to keep wires and stuff out of your way. That's it. That was really the only reason for telling the story. So yeah, that's it. It's 20 minutes. That was really 20 minutes. This is going to take forever.